trending issues. Wasborn TV, I welcome you to Wasborn TV. Here we give you nothing but the best entertainment vibe, gossip, trending news, controversies. Baby, if today is your first time, kindly subscribe to the channel. And someone could check up them and another
people. You know, the evil people who pamper you and push you to do something very silly, and then you be doing it and you think, oh, okay, I have the support. So these people are supporting me, so nothing will happen to me. And people talking trash. Let me tell you, if the tender God decide to strike that Archbishop Agyinasare, a lot of his so-called church members will go with him, because that tender God is not going to spare him. Assuming that he's doing, a Sunday service, and it is raining, and all the church members are in the church, and the tender God decide to strike. And I know that is how the tender God will strike him. It is either that tender God will strike him when he is doing live service in the church. And for his church members to bear witness to a pastor who became a housefly, that society advised him and he did not take it, thinking that he has power to challenge. So the deity will strike him in the church, and some of the recalcitrant church members will go with him. That is how I see it. And the church members become witness. Hey, and that day is going to be brutal. Okay, so he should continue to rant on social media and on televisions, and he should continue to mock the people of Nogokpo, because Nogokpo itself is not a deity, it's a whole community. The deity has a name. It has a name. And that Agyinasare man is waiting for Nogokpo people to invoke the deity to strike him. I think that is what he's expecting. And he think, you see, the Nogokpo people haven't done anything yet. And by the time they start invoking the natural powers, Archbishop Agyinasare, you go feel your consequence, or how do you even say it? You go feel say power day somewhere, because they are lying to you that you are serving a living God. And what God is dead God? How can somebody say a dead God? And say he's serving a living God, that the God is powerful, blah, blah, blah. And the same Ghanaians are pushing him to his early grave. So continue to dig your grave. And now probably you started and you are digging your grave alone. So probably you are around 4 feet. By the time you get to 6 feet, it's going to be too late for you. And that way, you see, nobody can save you. So you continue to mock them. And you continue to say rubbish every Sunday to provoke them. And if they decide to react, and I don't think this time, no person will come out and say, somebody should cease fire. And they are going to react to him in a way that Archbishop Agyinasare, what you want, I think you will get it. Simple as ABC. And the saying is that, you see, if you are a baby and you don't want your parents to sleep in the night, then diapers and pampers will always be at your buttocks. A baby that says he or she won't sleep, always crying and always disturbing the parents will also make sure that, you see, they always use diaper to disturb your buttocks. That's all it is. And if you're a child and you are looking for something to happen in your life, sometimes there is this red damanama. It's a particular leaf they have to show you, and that is where you're going to learn common sense. That you see, on this planet, we are just human beings. There are certain deities that are, primordial. They don't die. You must respect culture and you must value society. If you think that, you see, because of slavery and because of colonization, you are following a God, and that God is a powerful God, and that God is the one behind your disrespect and to certain community, then I can tell you that, you see, the grave that he started digging, but now he has reached somewhere 4 feet. Now probably he's around 5 feet. It's just left with just about 1 feet to add it up to the 5 feet to make 6 feet. So that Agyinasare man has already finished digging up his own grave, and nobody's going to spare him. Those of you who don't know, nobody's going to spare him. You see, the deity, you see, you cannot bribe the deities. They are natural principles and they operate on natural laws. That is why if you commit yourself against somebody and the person decides to invoke the deities against you, and you are at fault, The deities will just judge, and if you are at fault, then they just have to deal with you. So the deity will deal with that archbishop, so-called Agyinasare. A whole community was there. You were passing through the community and you decided to insult and attack a whole community, thinking that because of slavery and because of the nonsense that you called a church, you have a power. And those of our people who keep supporting that Bishop Agyinasare are equal to you for helping him to dig his own grave, because he doesn't know that he's a housefly. You know, sometimes when they decorate the dead, you see a stubborn housefly, and people will be sitting by the dead, and then they'll be driving away, you know, the housefly. And some of the houseflies are very stubborn. So when it is time to take the person to the cemetery, you know, they just advise the housefly, they are about to take the dead to the grave. They are about to take the person to the cemetery. So it's enough. It's enough. So fly away. And that housefly, any housefly that challenges the funeral committee or challenges a funeral protocol, it is, let me say, funeral protocol. You know, the stubborn ones will always challenge the funeral protocol. By the time the housefly realize that it is too late, that is the time that it will be in the grave, and they will cover it, and the housefly will die along with the dead. That's what it is. So you Ghanaians pushing this man, this dead walking man called Archbishop Agyinasare, you guys are pushing him. And he doesn't know that he's a dead walking man. But some of us can testify that he's a dead walking man. And I'm telling you, because he has already finished digging his own grave, it is time for him to, you know, bury himself. That is what it is. And that is what people are pushing him to do. You know, he's doing the wrong thing, attacking a whole community and insulting a whole group, thinking that a God somewhere is pushing him. And those people are saying that he's serving a living God, Israel God. And that God, you go to that Israel, you can't even mention Jesus. He said, you can't come to our country and mention the name Jesus. That Jesus will take you to prison. And somebody in Ghana is saying that, oh, he is serving the God that the Israeli people have banned. That you come to our country, don't mention that name here. And that news, I haven't heard them talking about it. They became so silent. Nobody said something about it. It said you go to Israel, you can't mention any Jesus there. That is his abomination. That it attracts a penalty of 1 year. They'll take you to prison because you are mentioning that name Jesus. They don't know any Jesus. The people, a whole country, are saying that they don't know anybody called Jesus, that nobody has died for them. But you are in Africa saying somebody has died for you. So this foolish man attacking a whole community and attacking a whole culture and a whole tradition. He's attacking a whole culture and a whole tradition. And the same Ghanaians, instead of you advising him and telling him to stop that recalcitrant attitude and behavior, you guys to advise him that Agyinasare, you are just digging up your own grave, and you see, you will just die. Simply, you just have to tell him. And I see tender, you know, tender. Do you know something? There is this principle on the surface of this earth. When it is raining and the tender is striking, no deity move. Do you know that? Have you ever heard that before? There is a protocol, an observed protocol, that when it is raining, every deity, when it is raining and it is thundering and striking and lightning, the deities become so silent, they don't move until they only move when the rain is over. That's what it is. So Archbishop Agyinasare is playing with fire and is playing with his own death. You see, on this earth, death doesn't come with 2 options or 3 options. Death is one. So if you are alive, please, take your life serious. Don't play with your life. Life is precious. On the surface of this earth, it's very sweet. Don't let anybody lie to you that this place is not our home. This is our only home. This is the only habitable place for us. You see? In the sky. If they put you in the sky just about 6 miles away from the surface of earth, you can't even breathe. Hey, let me tell you. If a plane flies into the sky, the plane is in the sky, and from the altitude, the altitude from that distance from the sky to the earth is about 6 miles. And they just dump you there. You can't breathe. Yes, you can't breathe. You'll be suffocated because there oxygen is very limited. The farther the plane goes, the harder it becomes for people to breathe. I'm telling you. You see, on top of a mountain, if you go on top of a mountain, oxygen becomes scarce on top of a mountain. Even on top of a mountain, oh, oxygen, you see, the oxygen is life, is a normal thing that enables us to live. So this, on the surface of this earth, is the only habitable place for mankind. If they put you on the surface of Jupiter, you cannot survive. If they put you on the surface of Neptune, you can't survive, because those planets are just made up of gases, full of gases, and some of them don't even have atmosphere. Gases, they don't have oxygen, the dangerous gases that you can't survive. So don't let anybody lie to you that this place called Earth is not our home of abode, that the home of abode is in the sky. The Chris, which home of abode is the sky? You can, you see, even on moon, you see, on the surface of moon, you can't even walk on moon. On moon, you can't even walk. They have a way of trying to move on there is a moon walk. You can't just walk like the normal walk that we do on the surface of Earth. See, principles are bound everywhere. And you are lying to yourself that this place is not your abode, that your abode is in the sky. Who is lying to you? Don't play with your life. Don't play with your life. Those who are pushing that Archbishop Agyinasare, they are just helping him to dig his own grave. That's what they are doing. And they don't know that, you see, they are helping the man to die early. Because, and I know, you see, they won't spare him. That is a challenge. And you know, me, I come from a traditional community. Where I come from and where I was born. I was born in a pure traditional community. A pure deity community. And I know what deities can do, you see. Sometimes they can even fool you to think that you have the power. So now he's fooling, telling church members that he has the power, lying to them, and the church members clapping their hands that yes, we serve a living God. And the deity will strike you when you are not aware of the past. You can't even remember that you said this, you did this, and that is when the deity will come after you. Oh, deity, I just love them. I just love them. Oh yes, I just love them. They are so good, and they are so reliable. They are untouchable. You can't play with them. This deity is a tender deity. That's what it is. And he is challenging, talking crap. Nothing they can do to him. That 60 days up to sit now, blah, 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 nothing. Okay, don't worry. When the tender is striking you, it's going to strike you alone, not me. I am here. That tender will not come and strike me. It is going to strike you and your church members that are pampering you, supporting you to say all sort of rubbish. Okay? And this time around, nobody is coming out to issue any statement. Let there be peace. Where should there be a peace? Why are we even entertaining people who talk against culture and society? Why are we even entertaining them? These dangerous, evil people in our society, parading themselves as men of God, special criminal people. They are just criminal people. They are not special. They are just thieves. And you see, with global supporters and global people who can reason. They said he's serving a living God, blah, 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 Israel God. Okay, let's see. Let's see whether that Israel God knows anybody in that country. That Israel God, the Israel, their God. Let's see whether that God knows anybody in that country called Ghana. Okay? And we know, you see, of late, the deities are just highly invoked. And they are not playing. You see, if you commit yourself and somebody invoke any deity against you, please, if you know you are at fault, go to the person and ask for forgiveness. And tell the person, I am responsible. I did this. Please forgive me. I'm very sorry. But if you dare challenge and say, oh, what is bosom, the deity will come after you. I've seen the video where this young girl poured her urine on the teacher. You see, the teacher was just walking and they met. It was a 4-junction road. And the teacher will pass here, and this girl will pass here, the teacher will pass here, this girl will pass here. And the teacher said, why are you following me? If I pass here, you pass here. And okay. And you see, this girl, mom, came out, supported the daughter, talked ill about the daughter. And this girl, young girl, little girl, went inside and urinated into a bowl. Came out and poured the urine over the teacher. So the mom, she herself and the mom insulted this teacher. So the teacher went home and pounded over it and said, how come this small girl just poured her urine over me? It means she's trying to use juju or something against me, so probably I have to react. So this man went back to them and cursed them. This girl has passed away. They brought her to Antenna, right? And she narrated what happened. He said, I have asked you for forgiveness. I said, you are just a recalcitrant daughter. I was told she's a twin. So the twinnie is there talking about what happened, blah, blah, blah. That's what it is. Sometimes when you're doing something wrong, you get evil people to support and push you to do it more because they don't want you to survive. Let me tell you, on social media, you see Ghanaians. More than 80% of Ghanaians are witches and wizards. Those of you who don't know, a lot of our people are evil. A lot of our people are evil. A lot of our people are evil. Let me tell you, that is what it is. A lot of people that you see on social media, that is why you see, if you see somebody doing the unthinkable on social media, don't follow the person. A lot of them have evil spirits, a lot of them too, evil energies follow them. So if you think that, oh, that person is my friend, you support him, you communicate with the person is doing the unthinkable, and you are pushing the person, you cannot bear the consequence. Me, that is what I'm saying. You see, sometimes it baffles me that a lot of people don't even have the eye to see. If you have the eye to see, you can see this person doing video, talking crap, insulting and saying a lot of things. Is an evil person. This person is an evil person and doing a video. Some of them too, they sponsor them. I have a lot of audios that they've sent me. A lot of these social media bloggers that you think they are doing good job. You go under their videos and thank them. They are doing an amazing job. They are just the paid guys. They are looking for money. They are hungry, poverty-stricken people. And they are doing all sort of shit on internet and you are supporting them. Don't support them. A lot of evil people are on the internet, I'm telling you. Yes. If you have an information to pass to somebody, be very careful with the person that you communicate with. If you don't take your time, maybe you have an issue, you want to discuss the issue with somebody, and you just call the person. This person is not going to look at your issue. The person is going to record you. That is an evil person right there. You see, if you have a case or issue with somebody, and they will say, oh, okay, I recorded you. This is what you said. You have to be very careful. So we have a lot of evil people. These Ghanaians, a lot of evil people are in the system. So we have to always advise our people. Me, I don't call people like that. Me. Let me tell you, a lot of people they tested me, sent me a text message, and they said they want me to come on their shows to do a program. Not me. I don't have time to come on anybody's page to do that kind of program. If you are doing a live video and I'm listening to you and what you are doing is sound good, I'll come on it and probably, if you allow people to join, then I will send you their request. If not, but you have to do a very sensible if I know you are insulting, I can't come on that show. I will not agree with anybody to do a show to insult anybody. For that one, I will not do it. If you call me, I'm going to block you and even insult you. So I have a lot of people who sent me message through Messenger that they want me to come on their show to do programs, and I rejected them. I mean, I don't want any problem. Yes. So here, I am saying this because when this Archbishop Agyinasare stated that Nogokpo is the demonic headquarters of Volta region, people were hailing him. The same evil people that we see on the internet, they hail a lot of people. Let me tell you, if you are doing something and it's not good to you yourself, if it is not good, your brain will tell you what you are doing is not good. Don't let people push you to do what you are not supposed to do. I'm telling you. Please, I sent you a video. Kindly watch it. Okay. Don't let people push you to do what you can do and what you cannot swallow. Let me tell you. Don't let anyone push you. On the internet, somebody will push you and you say something. Oh, sister, why you name you? I don't know what something name you. Wait a minute, I sent the man who ye. What the mommy, I think say be me na best. So don't let anybody push you. A lot of evil people are on the internet, I'm telling you. So many evil people are on the internet. I'm telling you. So many evil people are on the. You have to be very, very careful. So if you are doing something and people keep pushing you, you are always lying, doing propaganda, you have to be very careful. If what you are doing is the truth and nothing else but the truth, so be it. For that one, we will encourage you to do it. But if what you are doing is a propaganda and is a lie, you have to be very careful. Look, and I know a lot of people do propaganda, nobody has sent the person and the person is saying something so strange. You see, you guys to be very careful. If you are the type always typing under this kind of people's videos, I'm telling you, see, and I pity a lot of people who don't have the power and the ability to see anything. if you know what we live with, you see, on the surface of this earth, we are not alone. What we can use our eyes to see is more than what we see. A lot of energies are around us. And don't let anybody fool you that we are alone. Let me tell you, if you think that we are alone, around 12 a.m., 1:30, you go to the cemetery. There are certain cemeteries, you go there, you only see big trees. Especially if you go to my village, you see big trees in our cemetery. And they ask you to go to that cemetery around 1 a.m., 12 a.m. You can go, you yourself, you know something there. Why is it that in the night when you are walking alone, you feel like something is following you, you feel like something is about to attack you because something exists. So don't let anybody push you to say something that later you will regret. Maybe I'm saying if you are saying something and it's the truth, you can go ahead and say it. Nothing is going to happen to you. If you are doing a video and that video, what you are saying something and it is the truth. But if it is lies and people keep pushing you to always come out and lie and insult, what you are saying has nothing to do with you. You just poke your nose into somebody's affairs, saying all sort of crap. You have to be very, very careful. Yes. You have to be very, very careful. That is all it is. So, Agyinasare is just in the church talking crap about the whole community. And Ghanaians, the evil witchcraft association, witches association, send them under typing Amen, Amen. You don't even know the word Amen. You type in that Amen. You think Amen is a language that belongs to Israel people. You don't know what you're talking about. Amen is the name of a deity. It's a name of a deity to the extent that even the Akan people, Nyame is Amen. The Akan people, the word Nyame came from the word Amen. I've said this several times and people think that I'm joking. That is the truth. Amen, that Amen is not so shall it be. It is a lie. Okay? And somebody is Abu with him. Somebody is fooling and don't know. Yes, I'm maybe don't come over. Yeah, I don't remember. I'm going to move over here. Let me video. So those of you who are typing Amen under this criminal man's video, you are just urging him to die. That's all it is. I am telling you. Agyinasare is a powerless guy. He doesn't have any power. He does not have any power. No powerful person will ever speak against any deity. Listen, no powerful person will ever open his mouth and speak against any deity. Yes, a deity is a deity. You have to be very careful with any deity. No powerful person, no person with two eyes, no people with eyes. No person with two eyes will open their mouth to speak against anything. You can't speak against a river, you can't speak against a tree, you can't speak against herbs. You see, if you are powerful, you will even prefer to learn more about those energies. But because he's a powerless guy, that is why he's open. When you see anybody on the internet, on YouTube, on television, saying something against culture, that person is a powerless person. That's a powerless person. Because you have the power. You can't just open your mouth and insult Mamuwata and say ocean is devilish. You can't open your mouth and say tender is devilish. You don't have the power. You are just an empty person without anything. Because he is a powerless man, he has to come out and prove himself to the church members. He's proven himself to die. That's all it is. You are proving yourself, lying to the church members, telling them that God is with you and that an Israel God is with you and they are clapping their hands, praising you, doing blah, blah, blah. But I'm telling you, should Nogokpo deity decide to strike, nobody can withstand it. I'm telling you, they know what it is. And those who come from that area, they know what the deity is. Those people, they don't play with it. I'm telling you. Me, I come from, in my father's house, there is a powerful deity, just like similar, you see, all the Abosombrafo, they operate the same. We call it Fakwesie Buddha. Anybody who come from Nkuranza knows what is Fakwesie Buddha. If you come from Techiman, you know what is Fakwesie Buddha. And that Fakwesie Buddha, it is found in my father's house. My father's house, that is where the Fakwesie Buddha is. They don't play with it. You can't play with that Buddha. I'm telling you, if you joke with it, you can't survive. I am telling you, you can't play with it. You cannot play with it. A deity is a deity. And that deity will not come and strike you if you have not committed any crime. But if you have committed yourself, and they take you to the deity, and the person even mentioned the name keke. Just mention the name keke. After focus Buddha, you don't need to even pour water. Don't no snap. Just open your goddamn mouth keke. It's going to work. Buddha, you just open your mouth. Buddha will come after you. You don't need to. And I see people when they are cursing, that I'm cursing you, they pour snap, they pour water, they pour. Buddha doesn't need any snap. You just open your mouth. Curse the person. That's and you see our deity. If you curse from morning till 6 p.m., that's it. You can't reverse it unless you go to the place for them to reverse it. The Buddha, if you use the Buddha to curse somebody and you don't reverse it the same day and it's 6 p.m., that's it. It is irreversible. You have to go there for them to charge you. The network is messing up. Oh. Please, please, is the network okay or is still messing up? If it is messing up, then I have to end today's program. I will not come again, live again. Is the network okay? Is the sound okay? Probably it might be your side. If the network is okay, please tell me so that I will continue with it. If it is not okay and it's breaking up, I have to stop. It's good, okay. The deity from my father's side, we don't play with it. And anywhere we go, that deity follows us. I'm telling you. I am telling you, I'm from that family, and I have to tell you the truth. It is a Buddha, simple as ABC. That a Buddha, we don't play with it, and you don't have to use any snap. No need to use. Just open your goddamn mouth that this person has stolen my money. So a Buddha go after this blah blah blah, and the Buddha will go after the person. So if you don't reverse it the same day and it's 6 p.m., that's it. It is irreversible. Yes, they all know it. You don't play with it. But the deity, you see, you know, because they are primordial energies. You came and met them. They are primordial. They exist. They don't die. They don't die. So they are primordial energies. They look into issues. If you are at fault, they have to punish you. If you are not at fault, nothing will happen. If you are at fault, something will happen. If you are not at fault, nothing will happen. But so far as this man continued to insult a whole community and to talk ill about them, you guys will not take it easy. Yes, it's true. The Entwa, that is that Buddha is the Bosombrafu to the Entwa. There is a history, so I don't want to say much about that. If you play with this, that's what it is. Doctor, I have finished chopping the herbs. Okay, thank you. We are message Madam Fono, watch a message na on the Akan family that won't prepare. That's why it is. So these are people should continue to play with deities and they should mess up. And you see, they know, you see, you cannot just mention their name just like that and go scot-free. They know it that you cannot mention their names. When they say thou shalt not mention the name, God's name anyhow, they mean by the deity. You yourself, you know. You can use that name, just mention the name, just play it in your mouth, just say anything and play with it. The deity will come and strike you. They know. What has he insulted the whole community in the Volta region. Nogokpo is a community in the Volta region, and he said that community is the demonic headquarters in the Volta region. He said he was traveling to Aflao, and along the way something happened, and he said something very nasty about the whole community. So the community people came out and said he should apologize. He said he's not going to apologize. So they gave him 14 days. Now after 14 days, if he does not apologize, something will happen. So, and even the so-called useless peace council jumped into that there should be peace. And yesterday, he came out and did another video and said it's about 60 days and nothing has happened to him. So meaning that he's provoking them. You see, the Nogokpo people, he is still provoking them. And we are saying that, you see, the deities, those of us who come from original Abosum Fie and our original Abosum deities, you know how the deities strike. You see, the deities will even encourage you to provoke them more. So as you are provoking them, that tender God, and the tender God is in Nogokpo. Tender God, they have a tender God. You don't play with it. Any community where there is tender God, you don't play with the people from that community. Yes, they just invoke the tender, and tender is going to strike. So when this Archbishop Agyinasare came on television and on social media and talking about it's about 60 days, nothing has happened to him. And we are saying that, okay, he should continue to dig his own grave. So here, he is like a stubborn housefly. A stubborn housefly, challenging funeral committees and defying protocols, funeral protocols. By the time that the housefly rise, it is going to be too late for him because they are going to bury the dead. And the housefly is plain stubborn. So they have to bury the dead with the housefly. So it's going to be too late for him. And Ghanaians on social media, on various social media platforms, urging and saying amen. You see, when his time is due to die, he will die alone. But he is going to go with the church members. Because the church members probably, I guess, supporting him and pushing him. Okay? If you are from Volta region and from Nogokpo, you know what the Tender God stand for. You know it. And I know some of them attend his church. Can't you guys advise that stupid man called Bishop Agyinasare? He is a powerless man. He has nothing. Just an empty man. Someone is owing me and I'm still speaking crap. I want to teach him a lesson. Oh, please. Let's what have you do. Ghana for I am more careful with Ghanaians. When they are coming to borrow money from you, they will say all sorts of things. Then I don't have anything. I don't have anybody to help me. Can you give me money? And look, I have 2 kids. One of my child is sick. One is at the hospital. I want to pay this child's school fees. And I will pay you at the end of the month. They are lying. If you just give them the money, the person won't pay back. Because of that. Just like when 4 years ago, I was doing a live video. And it was 3 years ago. And I said something about cryptocurrency. And I showed one of the cryptocurrencies that I purchased. Immediately I finished the program, one guy called me that he's looking for a loan for me. So you're a fool. You live in America here, you want a loan for me because I showed one of the cryptos. Now this is what I have bought, you. And he saw the money and he think I'm a fool. So he just called me trying to convince me that I should give him a loan. And he said he was having money, but he took the money to Ghana for a project. So he's not having anything, so I should give him money. And I told him that you're not serious. I don't give loan to anybody. I'm not going to give any loan to nobody. I've done that before. And you see, you just give your precious money to somebody. Instead of the person paying the money fully to you, today the person, if it is about maybe the money is $2,000, and you ask the person to pay, today the person will give you $50. Tomorrow, $30. The next day, $200. The next day, $10. That person is not a good person. You collected the money fully, so you should pay me fully. And the person won't pay the money full amount to you. And some of them too, when they come for loan, you won't hear from them again. They will just block you, block the hell out of you. They just block you. That's what it is. Because of that, I'm not a bank. If you're looking for loan, please go to here in America here. You can't just walk to people and tell them I need a loan. If you need a loan, you go to bank. In America, nobody will give you a loan unless you go to bank or you just call any credit agency and tell them I'm looking for a loan. If not, nobody is going to give you a loan. So you have to be very careful because I get this kind of complaints all the time. I'm not from Nogokpo, but what Tender God stand, because we have it in our village. Yeah, that Tender God, don't play with it. It is a very powerful deity. It is what it is. Yeah, it is a very powerful deity. And people are aware. And those who are aware will not play with it. Those who understand culture and tradition, they don't play with our tradition and culture. I don't play with it. It was before when we used to insult. When no bosom has ever offended me. No bosom has ever offended me, and no bosom has ever tackled me. No bosom has ever affected me. So how do you insult an energy? Bosom is an energy that has not attacked you. But you open your mouth because of slavery. You open your mouth and you insult. You don't do that. If you do that, you see, you'll be digging your own grave. Simple as ABC. Some people, they insult our culture and traditions and the deities when they are in trouble and nothing seems to work. That is the time that they open their mouth and say, Nanabosom, if you don't kill this person, then you don't exist. That is stupid. You don't respect the deities and you expect something good to happen to you. The deities are there. Look, if you are looking for, they are there to solve problems to help us. But because they brought slavery, and that way you have to condemn yourself. Just like they convinced the black man that the black man is an evil, the black man comes from the evil race, and they represent Satan as a black man and God as a white man, and and we have accepted that. Me, I have not accepted nothing. Me, you can't come to me and tell me Satan is a black man and God is a white man. No, you can't tell me that. So they have to find ways to demonize us. They have to find ways to tell us that our rivers are deities. Our rivers are not good. So because of that, a black man will insult a river passing through his community and a lot of villages. They will insult the river that nothing is in that river. But you come here, you come to their country here. You can't play with any river here. The river that they told you to insult, the river they told you that, oh, it is a bosom, nothing is in it, you can just do anything to it. Here, if you come here and you play with it, something is going to, they will either kill you, go to prison. The moment the policeman sees you as a black man just doing an evil stuff on their river, they will kill you. They won't waste their time and energy to just shoot you to death. That's what it is. Popular saying, Kafupo Didi, when they don't want to pay your money. Kafo Didi, yeah. And that's what they say, yeah. That's what they say. How can such preacher speak Jimmy? Yeah, he's just a fool. He's just a fool. Me, I'm from a pure Abosom community. Yeah, a pure Abosom community, the ancient Abosom community. So me, I respect. And my father's family, my grandfather's fathers, Abosom everywhere. And you have to respect. A lot of our people are struggling because of this disrespect. A lot of Ghanaians are suffering because of disrespect. You see, you have a culture. Value your culture and respect your culture. And you think they've given you a culture and a foreign culture you have no idea about. You see, when they are killing their chickens and goat and sheep to celebrate Thanksgiving and Christmas and Easter, you don't know what they use those goats and chicken for. And you are following them. That's why you are blindly following something you don't understand. So they have lied to us, and we follow these people, and they told you to insult whatever culture and system that we have. And today, we are the most miserable, hopeless people on the surface of this planet because we are lost people. We don't value ourselves. If you allow somebody to tell you that your black skin is scarce, it's over to you. And some of our people will be walking and they think that they have to use a cream to lighten their skin. That way they'll be looking good. Who told you that having that light skin it means good? You don't know what you're talking about. It means that you are closer to cancer and other diseases because you'll be prone. You see, you can't even withstand the environment. This blackness means the ability to withstand the sun's energy and the radiation from the sun. This melanin protects the skin or the body from the sun's radiation. And you are applying a lot of chemicals on your skin because they told you that your skin is a curse and you have accepted it. And because of that, you are applying so many things on your skin, you end up getting cancer, a lot of dangerous diseases in your body, tumors. And you don't know, and the same person will end up saying that that the family deities are wicked and evil, they are following you. When you accepted a foreign religion that insults your culture and demonizes your skin, and you think if you don't bleach, you are not a human being, you started bleaching, and the chemicals have piled up in your skin. Now you have a tumor, and you think a family member or a deity is responsible. You don't have sense. So now we are just struggling. African people can't reason. We have so many problems across the entire world. We don't know our left and right. And who told you these people don't perform rituals? Who told you that? They perform a lot of rituals. Every year, you see, in October, they have to celebrate this ancestral, remembrance. They have to remember their ancestors. They slaughter animals. All of them partake in that. And you too, you are a Ghanaian and a foreigner, you are here. And you partake in that ceremony. I think it's a good thing. You don't know anything about it, and you are partaking. And you think you are going to take it easy. A lot of Ghanaians in overseas, they are struggling. Look, I'm not going to lie. So many Ghanaians in overseas are struggling. A lot of them have so many issues. I'm telling you, a lot of them have a lot of issues, especially those that have Nkunga and certain deities in their family. They don't perform anything, and they claim they are going to church. Are you going to church? Okay. Before the church, the deity was there, and the deity will show you who they are. That is why we are facing so many problems and challenges. Now we don't have good leaders, evil people leading us, etc. Me too, I have missed a whole lot, but the dude is owing me and won't let him go scot-free. Yeah, a lot of them. And sometimes, it's very difficult to tell you, okay, this is your money, go do this, do that. I can't tell, but you can take your own decision. Yeah, take a decision that is good for you. And you can't just borrow money from someone and refuse to pay the money. A lot of Ghanaians do that. That is why I'm not a bank. You call me, I'll tell you I'm not a bank. Go to bank for them to give you loan. In America here, you can't just walk to anybody and borrow money from them. If you need money, last year December, when I was looking for money, I went to bank, I called the bank, and the same day, they granted me $30,000. I can't call anybody. You see, do you think that if you want money, you can call your fellow Ghanaian and tell him, can you give me a loan of about $1,000? You want $1,000, go to bank. Because for bank, they won't entertain your nonsense that you don't want to pay. The bank will destroy your credit. And here, if you don't have a good credit, living here becomes very difficult. There are certain things that you can't even buy. If you want to buy a house, they have to look at your credit score. You want to buy a car, credit score. There are certain things that they have to look at your credit record. So if you don't have a good credit score, it means you are not a good immigrant or good citizen. And certain things they won't grant you. And there are certain things, even if you want to join the military, sometimes they have to look whether you owe or you don't owe. That's what it is. Yeah, so if you want money, I won't give you. Go somewhere for the person to give you that money. Yeah, we don't even have leaders at all. Yeah, the leaders are not there. So Agyinasare is an arrogant, recalcitrant man who doesn't know his left and right. He has already dug his grave, and his own church members and Ghanaians pushing him to die. And he's going to face the consequence because the deities won't spare him. That's what it is. Those of us who practice spirituality, have you seen me opening my mouth to speak against any deity? You know deities exist and they are real. You cannot play with them. For deities, you can't joke with them. Deities, don't play with them. Okay? Don't not play with them. The deities are there. Don't joke with them. If they decide to strike, they will come fully after you. They will come fully after you because they are deities. That's all it is. So don't joke with them. But this recalcitrant man, without any advisor, his people not advising him, and he think he is serving a powerful God. Okay, let's see, your God and their God, which one is powerful? We shall see. If you come to my area, if you see or hear that somebody is suffering from biabo, it is either the person is a Muslim or a Christian. Because the Abosunsun for they don't even apply, they don't use that energy. They know the power exists, it is real, so they don't play with it. But the Christopher, you just see them opening their mouth, bosum wing kung. They do that, and the bosum don't take it easy with them, and they die all the time. And there was this, was it a Methodist pastor, or was it an Anglican pastor? He chopped somebody's wife, and the man cursed the pastor. So this pastor went to one of the shrine and said he just went there secretly to reverse the deity. They told him, no, you don't want people to know that this is what you've done. You can't the person has cursed you. And just go and bring the person that cursed you. Is it true that you have slept with the person's wife? He said, yes. Okay, so you fear to die, so Jesus cannot protect you. When the deity is coming after you, you can't use any name called Jesus to reverse any curse you. Listen to me. That Jesus, the word Jesus, no. You cannot say, I reverse it in Jesus' name, the blood of Jesus. Hey, have you seen those last 3 months or 4 months? The lady that went to Egypt, and said the man sponsored him and he betrayed the man cursed her, and she was struggling. She went to antenna program and she was crying. They will say, be healed in Jesus' name. We cover you with the blood of Jesus. No blood anywhere can reverse any deity. Look, if they curse you, nobody can say the blood of... And where is even that blood of Jesus? And it has allowed a deity to catch you. They can't reverse it. Simple as ABC. They cannot reverse it. And I'm telling you, simple as ABC. They can't reverse it. So Jesus is just a useless, hopeless, nothingness, does not exist, cannot reverse anything. If they've cursed with Fakwesi Buddha, you think you can just sit there and say, I use Jesus. Who is the fuck is Jesus? That bosom has no contact with that Jesus. If you have a contract with that Jesus has no power over any deity. I'm telling you, the deity will come after you and strike the hell out of you. That is why you are not supposed to play with any deity. The deities exist, they are real. You can invoke them for good. You can invoke them for bad. Okay, you must learn how to use them for good. A lot of our people, anytime they decide to use the deity, they only use them for a bad purpose. They want something terrible to happen, and you don't want something good to happen to you. If you want something good to happen to you, then invoke the deities for a good purpose. Simple as you want money, you want your job to prosper. And the deities, this is what they want. They want you to work you. The deities, if you come to my hometown, no deity will tell you to be a jobless, hopeless individual, just sit in the house, you don't do any work. And no. The deity wants to see you work. Just have a work, go to work, do this. And if you want a favor, you want people to come to your store to buy, that is where the favor will come. But you are a lazy person and you expect magic, the deities don't do that to you. So the deities won't even encourage laziness. Just like you are sick and you just go to any shrine and you are looking for treatment, right? They won't tell you to go home and have faith and believe that the deity is going to cure you. They have to first of all consult the deity. And the deity will come out with multiple medical suggestions, herbal suggestions. Okay, this person is having this disease. If you look at this, okay, boil this, do this, drink. The disease will go away. And the disease will go away. That is what the solution is all about. There's nothing like you come to my hometown, believe in Ntwa, and Ntwa is going to kill you. It's not like that. Ntwa will come out with suggestions and this, okay, do this, and it will go away. If you don't do it, won't go away. The problem will still be there. Yeah. That's what it is. So the deities are there, don't play with them. Bishop Agyinasare, a criminal man, you think you have the power, don't worry. When they strike, we shall see who is who. If you think you're serving a powerful God, a foreign God, and that foreign God has power in Ghana, you're a craze. I'm telling him, and people should tell him that he is digging his own grave. He's going to die, whether he like it or not. Nobody's going to forgive him. Simple as ABC. Yeah, this time around, you see, the deities are highly activated and they are highly invoked. Don't joke with them. He's provoking them, saying all sort of shit, and I know they won't forgive him. And you see, and even if they've done something against you, they won't come out and tell you the real powers. They've done something against you. Probably they've invoked the spirit. The spirit is going to take, time to work on your ass. And by the time that you be in the church, blah, 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 then the clouds will form and then the rain starts raining. That is where you're going to see where power lies. So we should tell him, these mosquitoes are disturbing me here. Mosquitoes everywhere. And mosquitoes everywhere. So Bishop Agyinasare, your time will surely come. And I know they won't forgive you. Abusia, it's time for me to go and eat. I think I have 5 minutes to go and eat. After 5 minutes, I will end this program. Because the food is almost ready. Bishop Agyinasare, you are a recalcitrant, arrogant, old fool. You don't want to respect culture. You don't want to value culture. They will treat you the way you expect to be treated. That is what it is. You yobbing and bragging on television and saying all sort of crap. Don't worry, we shall see. When you are struggling and the deities strike you, I think the energy that the people are using to support you on various videos, the same people should come out. He says after, let's see. People don't have the sense. It's just provoking them, and I know they won't spare him. That's what it is. Yeah, they will get him, and they will use him as a scapegoat to teach common lesson to these slave people who are practicing slavery, and claiming that they are worshiping God. You can't practice slavery and call it worship. That is pure slavery. You cannot practice slavery and call it worship. I'm telling you, what they do over there. You are using the name God, taking money, bribing, doing all sort of things, and you think you are worshiping God. And that is your own problem. But don't be part of the slaves. Please, don't become part of the slaves.
Share the video, drop your comment. Na me read the comment baby bia wo bia na me fa update so some family on this development. Subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell, and let's go.